Okay.
We're recording. Good morning. If you have just joined the conversation, this is David, also known as David F. SmallBizDavid Leopold by Google. They gave me that name, that algorithm, about 10 years ago. And I am very, very honored to be having a conversation today on Cyber Monday with the individual who I met in cyberspace 17 years ago. And Barbara and I have never met face to face, but we have been uh, interacting for 17 years. You're going to hear about a lot of the stuff, a lot of the things today. But I want to read a quotation that Barbara Weltman said of me about 10 years ago. Is that okay?
Sure.
It's an ad.
Okay.
Barbara Weltman, author, strategist, premier authority on small business taxes. Those are my words about you. I'm not going to give credit to anybody else. Says this about David. David Leopold, Dreaming with Entrepreneurs LLC, is a tireless champion of small business. He shares great information with enthusiasm and wit. You know how that I've had to keep up that wit thing for all it doesn't always work. But Barbara said it, so I got to do it. Well, I don't know. We've never had a face-to-face discussion about. We probably talked about, but we're going to have a face-to-face discussion with why I am doing what I'm doing and why Barbara Weltman has been my collaborative partner, because I just figured it out. 17 years ago, I authored and printed. I worked with a printer friend to publish this book. How do you answer these 749 questions about your small business? It was designed to be a workbook, no answers. I wanted them to take notes about any question of those 749 that were pertinent to them. Call my attorney, call my CPA, call Barbara Weltman, call SmallBizDavid. Well, those are the notes we want you to get so you can get definitions. Wow, the biggest criticism I got about the book was I didn't provide the answers, and I did that by design. It was not designed to do that. And people were getting angry with me. If I had put the answers to these questions, at least, well, it would have taken me at least a year to get it right. And I didn't want to devote that much time. So the very next year, 2008, is when I decided that I was going to provide answers to as many of these questions as I could on YouTube. And since you were the very first person that I ever had a conversation with on YouTube. Well, that eventually made its way to YouTube. And I'm guessing, I never counted for sure, I'm guessing that we've had 60 conversations. I mean,
a lot. I don't know what the number is, but let's say
well, 17 at least twice a year. 3 times a year would be 51, so not too far off. And there was that one time where we did a weekly.
Yeah, for a while we would
on
a regular basis.
On a website. We were on TV on somebody else's website, and I chose. I mean, we were meant to get together because Barbara Weltman we were going to share as much information as we could with folks about the answers to these questions, and that you certainly have held up to your end of the obligation. I am going to, well, I've decided that I'm now in the 5th year of writing my legacy story. And originally, when it was proposed, it said, David, you must. I had no intention of writing everything down because I'm a digital person now. So everything was going to be videos and whatever. And we were going to build a story. And the story continued. My legacy story continues. And today, I am honored to have the SmallBizDavid AI bot share with what we found about Barbara Weltman. How much fun will that be? And the reason we put, and I do it inside of Google. It has to be inside of Google because 99% of all the content that I've ever created is somewhere on Google servers. And so it had to, so when people want to connect with me or we get going, they literally go into Google search, and every person on the planet has done a Google search. And if you go in the AI mode and you say, what does SmallBizDavid AI bot say about, and then anything you want to put in the blank. I've set up a program, a subscription program, that if they want to get an answer to that question, I've set up a landline, an old landline. You remember what those are in the basement. So digitally, no one's going to steal anything from me, and they can leave a voicemail on that landline, and the SmallBizDavid AI bot will return a next steps text. How cool is that?
It's amazing.
It is absolutely wonderful. Wow. SmallBizDavid AI bot asked our source asked Google search in the AI mode, and that's they used their version is Gemini. And whatever version they're on that day, you are being positioned as who you really are. You're right. I'm creating an AI bot in kind of in your name today too. Wow. When I did I asked two questions. What does Barbara Weltman bring to the market? And what value? No, who is Barbara Weltman? What value does she bring to the market? And you want to hear what?
Okay, the reveal.
And we're going to talk about, we're going to get into all the different things that you, by the way, did the publisher get you a copy? Oh yeah, she's got a, yay! You got the 26 copy and I've got the 25 copy, man. We got it covered. How many pages?
How many pages? 626.
16 more than last year.
Really? Well, we had the one big beautiful bill act, so lots of new
Lots
things
to talk about. Lots to talk about.
Yeah.
You're probably having a riot talking about all the stuff there is to talk about. Okay, so the answer that I got, Barbara Weltman is an attorney. I had to remind you that one time. Do you remember when we were talking about Smooth? Was it Smooth?
Smooth Failing.
Was it that book or? No, it was the book that you put out at the beginning of the pandemic. You put out a Barbara Weltman small business checklist book. It was
the home business guy, the home-based business guy, right?
It must have sold 1,200,000 copies of it.
I wish.
But it was the timing was perfect, and on the cover of that, it actually said Barbara Weltman, and it said JD was the first designation after your name, and I reminded you on that conversation, which even makes your situation more powerful. An attorney that does all the things that you do is okay. Small is an attorney, author. You want to hold up your 32nd or 33rd?
I don't know. It's about. I don't know. It's about close to 30 years. I think this is the 29th.
No, okay. 30 years. So for 30 years, she has been the author of that book, and we're going to get into it in our conversation. Who produces guidance and resources to entrepreneurs. She is the founder of Big Ideas for Small Business Inc., which publishes the Idea of the Day email newsletter. And I'm going to proudly say I have archived every single one of those that since you and I met, every one of them, and they're in my archived library. Do you know how many are in that library?
Oh, well, it's 20 years or so. Yeah.
6,400.
Yeah.
Thanks for all
25 years.
all that information, Barbara. What am I going to do with it now? uh, uh, founder, which public idea and other comment. The Wall Street Journal has called her. Now this is you had me in awe on this one. The guru of small business taxes. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
That's what the AI bot, Google's AI bot is saying about you.
Wow.
Let me continue. Uh, her value to the marketplace includes providing expert advice. As an attorney and author of books like J.K. Lasser's Small Business Taxes, she offers expertise on tax compliance, financial planning, and legal issues for small business owners. Okay, you want to give one bit of information about each one of those three things?
What are you kidding me?
Well, you know, tax compliance, financial planning, and legal issues. Well, you get into all those things.
I do.
And not only that, you do case studies with things.
I
You make it real. You make it real for people to understand the concept. And as I have said to folks, the best way that for me to read this book, because I'm not an accountant and I don't spend a lot of time with taxes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I go to your keyword index. And if there's a concept that I need to be thinking about, it's a keyword search. I go into whatever page it is in the book. And that's how I get the real value from the book. And you've heard me say this before, and I'll say it again. The book sits very, very close to me. And if I've got 5 minutes and I just open the book, whatever page I open up to, and there is going to be a takeaway there. I promise you, there's going to be a takeaway for that 5 minutes that I spent. So thank you. You really know how to write, don't you?
I like to tell people I know how to type too, because I'm going to type it all right.
How is your typing?
Oh, it's great.
Are you a two-handed typer or a
no, I'm a speed typer.
We're from the old school, right? That's how I type at a fairly good pace. I know I make a lot more mistakes than I've ever made, but I type pretty fast. But it's one finger. I've been doing it for 55 plus years.
No, I'm the real way. I do the real way.
Okay, so sharing practical strategies for publications such as Idea of the Day and Big Ideas for Small Business focus on practical and timely advice to help entrepreneurs grow and manage their companies effectively. That is a beautiful statement about the work that you do, and I will vouch for it. Vouch for that one. Okay, advocating for small businesses. Weltman serves on the advisory board to the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Council and has been recognized as a top small business influencer. You just recently got an award, I think, for in the number 25 was in it, wasn't it?
My blogs get awards all the time. Yeah.
Okay. Covering a wide range of topics. Let's share what you said this morning.
All right.
About Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday, which started in 2005. 2005. That's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday is actually older than Small Business Saturday. The name.
Oh yes, definitely.
I did not know. I am just. Thank you.
Small Business Saturday is only 10 or 11 years old.
No, they're celebrating their 15th year. American Express started 15 years ago. SBA jumped on the next year. So this is year 15. Consumers are looking for discounts and deals. Yeah, we are. According to Exploding Topics data, sales this day are expected to be 14.2 billion, more than the 11.7 billion projected for Black Friday. That's a pretty good number.
You bet.
Did you get any numbers for small business? I made
I
a
didn't get any. I went out and made my purchase, but I didn't get any numbers.
I 4 different times on Small Business Saturday. I I asked people to please go into a business in their neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
and thank and hug if you want the small business owner who has made a commitment to be there for you. And just recognize that's what Small Business Saturday. And you know what? Maybe buy something when you're in the place.
Right.
So I did that 4 different times, and it's what it's all about. Okay, that was and somewhere I printed what you said on Small Business Saturday. Oh, Small Business Saturday. Today is a day dedicated to supporting small businesses and communities. Shop Small. Who owns that name? Shop Small.
Either American. I think American Express
Oh,
owns
I
that.
never knew that.
I think.
No, no one knows how sales will be this year. Total sales since 2012 were over 200 billion on this day, but optimism may prevail. If you are a merchant participating, you already know about Small Business Saturday. If you're a consumer, support your local small businesses. View Shop Small map idea of the day.
Yep.
And I won't tell them that you and I were supposed to talk on Black Friday, and I really messed that one up. I had a major personal problem and a major technical problem. It was bizarre. So we were not supposed to do it on Black Friday, but Cyber Monday, which I had now learned. I never knew that Cyber Monday was older than Small Business Saturday, but it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter. Small business, well, cyberspace, we need the guy on the main street. He needs to be making money too. Okay. Uh, uh, oh, covering a wide range of topics through articles, books, and radio programs. What are you doing a radio program each week?
No, no. I just go on to various.
Why don't you and I do a podcast, man? We could be like the Kelsey brothers. There's no,
I
there's
don't
no
need another activity.
Oh, yeah, but look at you'll go viral then. Covering a wide range of topics, radio programs. She addressed a variety of issues, including how to pivot during a pandemic, e-commerce strategies, and finding capital to start a business. How is it going to be henceforth now forever for a business to find capital? I mean, what are the conditions, prevailing conditions?
Well, it's hard to know. I think certainly it's a good thing that interest rates will be coming down, and that the problem is that the SBA, their loans have been less and
And,
less,
and
and but
are they
there's
in business? Are they still in business? I didn't.
yeah.
Okay, good.
But
Harder to
there are alternative loan programs, and some of them are very good, some of them are not so good. You got to really some of them are just come-ons, and the interest would be prohibitive.
You just
But
reminded me. There's a guy here in Cincinnati that I've done a YouTube. I went into his place and did it, and he's got a really interesting business. He's got an incubator, and it was like 1,800 steps from where I used to live, and I went down there and we did a thing, and he loans real estate in his building,
mhm,
in his warehouse, and the expectation is 2 or 3 years you're out of here because you should be ready to get out of here. But amazingly, some of his companies have been there for a long time, so they must be having some really neat things going on and whatever. He's a lender, and I need to talk to him to see how it's impacted his business directly.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
it wow. Was that part of the good old text? I don't know what's going on. Have you ever been more confused or is it just me?
It's just you.
I am having a hard time keeping up with things. Uh, I will. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Here's what the bot says about you. Uh, Key tax obligations: income tax. All businesses except partnerships which file an information return must file an annual income tax return. The specific form of tax rate depend heavily on the business structure, sole proprietorship, partnership, LLC, S corp, or C corp. Would you like to add anything to what I just read?
No, it's true. I
Okay.
think what's important is that most businesses today, like I don't know, 99% are pass-throughs. So most of the business income is reported on personal returns. And so, yes, the businesses are filing returns, but they're not necessarily paying taxes. Like an S corporation doesn't necessarily pay taxes. It passes through the income and expenses and credits to the owner. And so it's the owners who are paying the taxes.
Oh, wow. Let me share another experience that you suggested it, and I want to share it with folks that, like myself, I'm a sole proprietor. I do everything I do by myself. I've only had a staff one time in my life. in 1979, 78, 79, I had a staff of 15 folks, but all the rest of the years I've been doing whatever I do by myself, and that that's puts a lot of things. And well, if we don't do it, it doesn't get done, or we hire somebody to do what needs to get done, fine. And that's how I made it. And that's what we've done. Forgot the point I wanted to make. Oh, you told me one time, we were talking, it was at least 10 years ago, that um, uh, you were talking about software, how easy it is for an individual to file today themselves if they want to, because of some software, and I'm sure it's still available. And I paid about $35 for it back then. And I filed a return. It was the first for my company. It was the first time I'd ever done it. Now I wasn't going to pass that on to the government. I gave it to my CPA and said, "Okay, are you okay with this?" And that year I cut my fee from him because he spent an hour just auditing what I did. So it was a great exercise. The point being, I learned things about my business that I never took the time to think about because. And so that's how you fix things. That's how you create more efficiencies. And thank you for suggesting that to me. Oh Lord, self-employment tax. Here's a big one. Sole proprietors, partners, and members of most LLCs are considered self-employed and must pay self-employment tax, Social Security, and Medicare on their net earnings, which is the combined rate of 15.3% as of 2025. Oh, is that 100% true? I mean,
Yes, that's the rate. The rate hasn't changed. Half of what you pay is deductible.
but I was just confused about what was going on with Medicare, and I know that
You're paying that rate, and there's a wage-based limit for the Social Security taxes, unlimited for Medicare taxes.
Okay, here's one that I don't think I've ever done this, so I probably paid a penalty. No, the employer is also responsible for paying a matching share of Social Security and Medicare, as well as FUTA.
Unemployment tax.
I have never played.
Well, you're self-employed and you don't. I mean, you're not a sole proprietor and you don't have coverage. So
Correct. Okay. Estimated taxes. Since taxes are not withheld from their income, small business owners generally must make quarterly estimated tax payments if they are expected to owe $1,000 or more to avoid penalties. Does that figure pretty much stay the same?
yeah, that's the same. Yeah. But there are ways, as long as you pay, if you peg your current estimated tax to what you paid for your actual tax in the prior year, or 110% if you're a higher income person, then there's no penalty, even if you fall way short.
My 86-year-old friend Bruce has a business in the basement, and he is very religious about filing. He goes crazy when he tries to file his quarterly. Imagine 86-year-old, but he does it. He gets it done. State and local taxes. In addition to federal taxes, businesses are subject to various state and local tax obligations, which can include income taxes, employment taxes, sales taxes, and property taxes. Okay. Then they came on with a, I don't know, that they also came up with this information. I've never seen your information broken out. This is good stuff. Major tax planning and compliance considerations, business structure. Oh, well, they've just taken all the stuff that you've got out there and, written it. You remember the conversation that you and I had about 2 years ago, and it was our first conversation about AI. And I was very, very skeptical as a publisher, and they're going to copy me, and you said you said, David, I use it, and here's how I use it, and I'm assuming you still do use it. I use it every single day now, Barbara. It's a great it's a great tool. It is a great tool.
It's a great tool, but I got to tell you, every day I find mistakes every day with information that you get from AI every day.
But you're not going to tell. Are you going to tell whose AI we're talking about?
Well, the problem, I had a problem just the other day with ChatGPT, that it was something, and it was something, is it on the owner level or the entity level? And they gave the absolute wrong answer. And I just went to the tax code and looked, and it was right there in the tax code.
Well, let me tell you a really negative experience that I caught wind of right away, and within about 24 hours, I had it fixed. But there was an AI technology, famous.ai, and I've read that name a lot of times, and they had a $7 offer to try us out. I said, I can't go wrong for $7. So I went for $7, and I guess in the fine print it said, well, we're going to bill you this on the 31st day or whatever. Right. I didn't read that because I was going to cancel long before. Okay, so I go to my bank statement, and before the 30 days, they added a charge, $17 or $18. And so I called my bank immediately. 2:00 in the morning, I think I talked to somebody, and I said, there's some fraud going on here, because here's the situation. So, my bank, the way, and I've been a customer at Chase Bank, the way they do it is, if a customer tells them a story like that, they will credit their account until they further investigate, and maybe take it away, whatever. So they credit me. 2 days later, I get another bill, a third. Well, no, on the second one, after I talked to him about the first one, we agreed that my bank, if there's a feeling of fraud, get rid of the card, keep the account, but get rid of the card, which we did. They sent me, they expressed it to me in 2 days. I had a new card. I'm getting ready to activate the card, and I look at my bank. I'm in my bank statement, and there's a third charge from these clowns. And they're using the last 4 digits of the card that I haven't even activated yet. So I called my bank up. I said, well, how do they have that information before I do? What is that all about? And the answer that I got, and there's a lesson to be learned, and I haven't learned the whole thing, but they said, well, when you do that, have that kind of, and we all do, we have that kind of arrangement. The company that's receiving the money puts it in a digital wallet. And then they have access when that wallet changes, they get, but they shouldn't have the information before I do. So we canceled again, and I got a third card, and they overnighted.
Oh my gosh!
And we're only talking about a few bucks. but it's a principle of the thing, but people are getting scammed millions of dollars for bad information.
Yep, yep. Gotta be careful.
Yes. Choose your friends wisely. Your people you trust. Well, that's what I'm doing. The publishing and producing 10,000 marketing, sales, value, trust stories. 10,000 people. I want to, and I'm trying to doing all different kinds of things to try to get the right people. I even bought my first Google ad. What an experience! What an experience! I had never bought anything digital on the internet, and I'm dealing with a bot, and I have to pass a test. The bot has to let me go on to the next box before. I said, "Wow, this is." So I'm using all my direct marketing skills and techniques and headline writing, and this bot is saying, "Yeah, that's okay. We'll let you go." Well, we finally got. I got to submit, and the way that Google sets it up, and I guess everybody's the same. Yeah, I commit a daily amount of money that I'm saying, okay, here's how much I'll commit, and then Google will send that kind of search, and I just want to test the thing, so I said I'll go for $10 a day. That's all I want. In 3 days, I read something, they wouldn't accept something, and so they cut the ad up, but in 3 days I had spent $30, and I got over 2,400 views, and that's great, but nobody bought anything.
Mhm.
I don't care if you had 10 zillion views and I haven't bought anything. So and I want to promote the phone number of my landline downstairs, and the bot would not take it, but I got an email from Google Ads technology, and it sounds like after December 10th, I'm going to be able to put that in a headline. So that's the action step. Is
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you. Deductions and credits. Small businesses can significantly lower their tax liability by maximizing eligible deductions and credits. Key examples include qualified business income deduction, defined as
The QBI deduction, which is a personal deduction based on your business income if you're an owner of a pass-through.
Section 179, expensing bonus depreciation. These allow businesses to immediately deduct the full or large portion of the cost of qualifying equipment and software purchases in the year they are placed in service. Healthcare tax credit. Oh my goodness. Well, what are we going to do in this area? Small employers who pay at least 50% of employee health insurance premiums may qualify for credit of up to 50% of those premiums. That's a beginning. Well, what about if the premiums are uh, home office deduction available for business owners who use a portion of their home exclusively and regularly for business purposes? Have you always operated out of your home?
For many, many, many years. Actually, I built an office on my home. So I actually had a professional office with a separate entrance, and yes, I had a home office.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did you cut the square footage right? So that,
Oh, yeah.
but correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a tax advantage for you to build an office building versus taking a room in your house and making it an
No,
office? No?
I mean, you could take depreciation, but not really a big difference.
Hold on. Record keeping and compliance. The IRS emphasizes the importance of meticulous record keeping and separating business and personal expenses to ensure accurate filings and avoid audits and penalties. Where is the you taught me another really important lesson about 5 years ago, and I was not. Well, I was showing a loss in my business. operating out of my home because I wasn't generating revenues. That's not a good thing. So I didn't owe anything, but and that happened 3 years in a row. And you said to me, David, be careful, because the IRS, and I don't know if it's still the same rule, if you have 3 consecutive years, they might say that what you're doing is a hobby and it's not a business.
Yep.
And that's
That rule has not changed.
And there's a lot of folks who are using whatever they're using, and they're creating businesses, and do the right thing.
Well, you gotta run it like a business. If you have an activity that you're running, just run it like a business. That's not like a hobby.
Tax laws change, evolving laws. Tax laws change frequently, such as the new electronic filing requirements for businesses filing 10 or more returns, or changes to the 1099-K reporting threshold, making it crucial to stay informed and seek professional advice. You can keep additional help and resources on the IRS website, which is probably operating pretty slow this year.
Actually, they're doing an amazing job considering all the new laws, and they've come out with the draft forms for the 2025 returns.
Firepower. Well, didn't they have to decrease? I mean, a center across the river in Kentucky, they closed down or something. I don't know.
Well, they had to. Well, during the government shutdown, they were still coming out with stuff. They were still doing work then.
They have to.
They had to. Right.
They're not getting paid for it, but they got to do it.
They got to collect the money.
What a mess. Well, have I covered? Well, what 3 things do you want to emphasize about small business taxes 2026? What 3 things you want?
2026, it's for the 2025 return. It includes all the changes from the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that are effective for 2025, because many of the changes are effective for this year.
You had to work hard this year, didn't you?
The bill was signed into law on July 4th, and I had to get my book into the publisher on August 14th. So yeah, I had a busy time.
I'm laughing with you, not at you.
Okay.
Well, I wrote my book in 100 days. From the time I went home to start till I was holding a book up was 100 days, and so it was neat to be able to just think about what you're doing.
So yeah, but anyway, it has not only what's new for 2025, but also a lot of heads up for 2026, because you need to plan, you need to decide, and know what's coming down the pike. And there's a lot. There's certainly a lot.
You talk about what you do during the year if people buy the book.
There's a free supplement that comes out in February that has all the changes from when the book was printed until that point. And that will include probably a lot of IRS guidance on various provisions that came about, because they didn't have time to really give you everything. So that's, and also if I made any mistakes, I probably did. I have to go look through now, because it was so, it was a massive bill, and it was so much to do in such a short time. And I tried, when I say mistakes, I don't think that I said anything incorrect, but I think that I may have not included additional things that you needed to know.
Who's going to call you in on that one?
Me.
And that's
why there's a supplement.
And how long till did it take you to figure it out? Or, well, you read a copy of the book, 10 days ago, or before they actually, didn't you read a copy before they actually turned the press on?
No, not since September.
So oh wow.
I haven't seen anything since then. So you have to just sort of cross your fingers and,
Doesn't really matter, just so they pay you, right?
Not really, whatever.
Do whatever you guys are paying. Do whatever you want to do. Just keep it. Wow, it's a beautiful thing. That about covers what I wanted to share today. It's been different, and as I said, I'm just having so much fun, more fun than I've ever had doing what I do. And it's a nice place to be as you're in the twilight of your years. And I just, and it's important. What I'm doing is continuing my legacy story. I don't want AI to destroy I want to create my AI of my story.
Good.
Okay. Thank you for your time. And the book is available.
I think it's still a pre-order. It's this week. It comes out this week on
Amazon.
It's,
Sure. And
yeah.
I've always bought well, I bought it on Amazon, but at a local bookstore.
Book has them too. Yes.
So, well, good luck, and thank you for the last 17 years. It's been an inspiration and a real motivation for me, and it's been a lot of fun for me. I hope that's been for you. David, are you remember turning the recording?
Oh goodness.
Well, I thought it takes Google longer to get a copy of the video to me, and I thought for a while I did one on Saturday of a different thing, and it wasn't coming, and it takes them longer to get to me. But what I do get is a transcript, so I can use it if I have to. But it showed up 2 hours later. It was right where it was supposed to be.
Good.
Okay, thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
You bet.
Bye-bye.